Hey guys, this is the Regular Guy channel again. My actual name is Hunter. If you cannot remember, don't worry, Regular Guy works too. So anyhow, this is going to be an informational video that kind of goes over the LA fires that just happened. They were the worst in history. I also want to bring out the story of how I found out about the news and why I want to bring it up. And I want to bring up like a company that I've found that might be of interest to you. Of course, do your own research. This is not an advisement video, so I'm not offering advice. I am not trying to make anybody any money. I'm just trying to kind of teach somebody something new, and hopefully you take something good from this. So anyhow, okay, so enough of that. So long story short, right now, this is January 13th, 2025. I think it was on the 9th or 10th, so it was like Thursday or Friday of last week that I woke up. And every day I always go onto the CNBC homepage of the website where it brings up like different panels of stocks, commodities, bonds, currencies, cryptos, just a bunch of different major headlines that might help. You kind of know for like how the markets are doing, and I always check them every day just to see if there's an opportunity or to learn something new about what's going on that day. So if I see a major up or down in any of those things that I just mentioned, then I start to like dig in and do some research and analysis to find out what happened. And the reason why I'm making this video is because on Thursday, Friday, I wake up like I always do, 7:30 hits in Arizona. That's when the stock market's open. I see the top 5 companies in the S&P 500. I also see the worst 5 performers at that given time. It's all real-time data as well. So I see a company that I've never heard of before, and generally I don't really pay too much attention to those companies because I don't know, I just feel like I have better things to do with my time than research small companies that I've never heard of before. But there was one company that I saw that I've never heard of before, and it's called EIX for its ticker symbol. So, and I saw that it had dropped about 20%, and generally, like, I would say every day or every other day or every couple days I'll see like a company drop 20, but generally it's because they had a bad quarter or something bad happened, or they laid a ton of people off, or they got sued, or like some natural disaster happened, or just like, I don't know, something crazy happened, and that's why it dropped like crazy. So when I was looking at EIX, I didn't even know what they do, but I was like, let's just give this a try. Let's see what happens. So I clicked on it. I looked at the paragraph that had the details of what that company does, and I started to read and dig in and found out that it's an LA-based utility company, so it's for energy, and they provide power to hundreds of thousands of homes over there. They have 14,000 employees plus, and at this point, like, I'm like, okay, this is an interesting company. It's been around for a long time. Like, why haven't I heard of it? So I go to the news to see like what else is going on. Like, why is it dropping like crazy? I need to find out. And then I found out, whoa, there's like a ton of people without power in LA right now because there's some fires going on. So I saw how fast it dropped, and I did some more digging to look at the accounting and everything that I do to decide if or not I'm going to invest. And I was like, let's just pick up 2 shares, just, you know, for funsies. Let's just see what happens. And then that day I went to work, didn't have much other time to like really look at what was going on. And my coworker was talking about fires in LA, and I was like, wait a second, I kind of know what you're talking about. I saw something on the news this morning, and she literally grabs her phone, pulls up a photo, and starts showing me like photos and like little videos of like how bad it was. And I was like, wait a second. So the second I get off of work, clock off, I type in LA fires just to try to find out like how bad this really was. And then that's when I find out on the headlines that this is the worst fire they've ever had in history. Over 1,000 buildings had burned down by that time. I think a few people had died already. So yeah, and every day since, I've been typing it in like 2 or 3 times a day just to see like the updates on the fires and the damage and everything that's going on. And I found that, what was I going to say? Oh, 400,000 people were without power. That is horrible. So there's that going on. Like over 1,000 buildings got burned. Even some high-profile, famous people like celebrities have had their houses burned as well in the process. One of them being Miley Cyrus. I think she had like a 20, 30, maybe $40 million mansion burned down. But even bigger than that, you had Kim Kardashian have a $70 million mansion burned down. So now I'm thinking about like everything that is involved with the economic shocks and how that could affect others throughout the country. Because one, now some people are going to be moving to other states, including Arizona, making maybe some more things go up in price. So I'm thinking about that. I'm also thinking about like the destruction of the lives and the people who are in danger right now, and like all the problems that they're going through. So that is not fun. And now I'm like starting to wonder, like, are they okay? Like maybe I should pray. And like just thinking about like just how people are probably feeling over there right now. So, and then I humbled myself and realized, oh my gosh, thank the Lord I'm in Arizona right now, because that would be horrible if I was in, I was over there. So then I started to do some more research, and then today I wake up again, 13th of January, look at the markets just like I always do, see it drop another 15%. So now I'm like, okay, why is this company dropping again? Let's see what's going on. So I type in the news, see all this, whatever. Then I find out that in an article it said one of their power lines might have been damaged, and that's possible that it could have caused the fire, and all the winds that are going on there right now is like spreading the fires like everywhere. So that's why it's so bad, is because of the winds. And I do remember it was very windy here in Arizona a few nights ago, so it definitely checks out around the same time. So I wonder how bad those winds actually are. But now I'm thinking of like the after effects and the shocks that is going to happen to like companies down there, to people's livelihoods, to real estate, to the banks, because a lot of these people are probably still paying off mortgages and they got no house now. So insurance companies, premiums going up, some of them pulling out of the state. Just I'm looking at like almost everything to see like what else I can take advantage of and what else like is out there for me to buy. And it kind of sounds messed up, but this is definitely an old saying that Warren Buffett has always said. And it's buy when people are panicking, and it's sell when people are greedy. So it's literally right out of his textbook, out of his famous line. So you got to think about like things that are happening in the economy, and you got to take advantage and pounce on them when they're good opportunities. Never did I say buy, never did I say go look at the company, but definitely like you might want to take a look at some of the stuff that's going on like around that area. So and yeah, so now I'm thinking about the economy. Now I'm thinking about like what's next. And yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows what's next, but there's all these speculations I've got in my head and how I think things are going to play out. And then just the other day I was looking at like the weather again, and then I see, oh, there's like a freeze warning for Phoenix. So I'm like starting to look at the news, and I see in Florida there's like frostbite warnings, and there's like all of this going on at the exact same time. So yeah, I'm glad I'm not in Florida either, but I'm like starting to see all of this stuff happen at all the exact same time. And I'm starting to realize maybe I should maybe something's about to happen like big time that like nobody's expecting. And I don't know, nobody knows the future, but that's just how my mind works. It likes to like think about every little nook and cranny, every little corner from anything that happens, and every single day that I wake up it seems like something crazy out in the world is happening. And I do like to learn new things. So hopefully this video has brought some insight to you, or some ideas that you might now have. The other thing that I've been doing is I've been kind of moving a lot of my research over to Discord, because I had 3,000 or 4,000 people on Snapchat following me who some of them were interested, some were not. So I had 15 different people-ish recommend that I start a Discord for specific people who are interested in that kind of stuff. So I set up a Discord, and now like 2 months later there's 35 people inside of it, and I'm considering charging for a lot of my research and economic analysis, but I definitely I'm not there yet. However, these videos are definitely helping me think and kind of reach out to everyone who might be listening here in the audience to see if you want to leave any comments or have any likes or want me to expand on a specific topic. I can definitely do so. But just leave your thoughts or comments in this video at the bottom if you're interested, and if you want the Discord link or any of those other social media platforms that I'm on, I can definitely give those to you as well. But yeah, without further ado, what else? I'm trying to think. Happy New Year. Oh, that's the other thing. So this year, it's 2025. My goal that I've got for everyone is to live this year better than the last. And with that being said, it's a relative phrase, so there's no specific thing I'm talking about. Like for myself, I have like a couple different categories that like making this year would be much easier than last year. So like going on a vacation if you never go, going traveling if that's something you like, which ties into the vacation thing. Getting a promotion at a job would make this year better than last with a higher pay rate, hopefully, or an easier job maybe. Also, like starting a business would also be something that like would make this year better than last, probably, or like spending more time with family, or just doing something that like you usually don't have that kind of time to do. So, but yeah, definitely don't take your time for granted. And yeah, hopefully this was motivational and also interesting, and hopefully you learned something at least. So, but yeah, so anyhow, that's kind of like what's in my mind. I'll definitely be making some more videos pretty soon. I'll do like a follow-up video on like what else I find with all the stuff going on right now. But yeah, a few more things to keep in mind. The 30-year treasury for the US just hit the highest in 14 months. And before that, I kind of looked, and like the last time it was this high was like 16 years ago. Maybe it's the 10-year treasury that I'm talking about, but I believe it's the 30 for the US. The Brazil real is like the lowest it's ever been for their currency versus the US dollar. So is the Chinese yuan. The Japanese yen is struggling. The euro dollar is definitely crashing a little bit. So all these currencies are kind of like going like whack like right now as we speak. So something is not right. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of all of it before I'm too late to invest in whatever opportunities coming my way. And this other little phrase that I'll bring up is coming from a big, well-known billionaire. He's an investor, and I think his name is Jim Rogers. I'm almost positive that's who he is. But he has a famous line that he likes to make. And when he has invested over his lifetime, he's really old now, but he usually did nothing. He would just sit back, just wait, do nothing, like really just relax, not like go in the markets, not go crazy like most people. And then when money is just like sitting right in front of his lap, or like literally right there on the ground in front of his face, boom, he would just stand up, pick up the money, and call it a day. And that's like the analogy that he uses for what he likes to do when he's waiting for an opportunity. And I think that is coming this year. I don't know when or what or who or what company or what country or like what opportunities are going to present this year, but I believe that this year is going to be the year. So anyhow, you guys have a nice day. Adios.